This episode is brought to you by Stouffer's. Here comes three-time juggling champion Natalia Rogers. She's juggling law school, her TA job. Oh, narrowly catches the laundry. What's that fourth ball? Parents unexpectedly showed up at dinner time? Is that too much for Natalia? Not with Stouffer's Chicken Alfredo and its mouth-watering mix of Asiago, Romano, and Parmesan. When you're juggling four things at once and the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
Why do you suppose?
Oh, she want to get in my pants.
She want... It sounds worse in your accent.
This is the plaintiff, Jada Isadora Johnson. She says she purchased an airplane ticket for the defendant so he could attend a wedding of a mutual friend of theirs. 2 or 3 days before they were supposed to leave, the defendant calls her and says he can no longer go on the trip. It's been a year since all this happened, and since she hasn't been able to get her money back, she's suing the wishy-washy guy for the $350 she's owed. This is the defendant, Wayne Frank. He says the plaintiff bought him a ticket to attend the wedding because she had the hots for him and wanted to make a move on him while they were in a hotel room. He wasn't interested, and that's the only reason that jilted girl is suing today. Owe her money? No way. He's accused of being flighty. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $800 for all he's out.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Jada, how do I pronounce your name?
Jada.
Jada Isadora Johnson. You are suing Wayne Frank, a friend of your cousin's, for $350, $307, the price of a plane ticket you fronted for him, and $43 for aggravation. Exactly $43. All right, you have a counterclaim against her for $800 for an air conditioner, a GPS, and a $100 loan you say you made to her. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. At the end of January in 2012, a friend of ours who had moved to Texas called and said she was getting married. So it's a mutual friends of all of us. So we decided that we was going to go to the wedding. Mr. Frank's cousin called me, and we were making an arrangement for the wedding.
Is his cousin here?
No, she wasn't able to come, but she sent her phone number. She said she would be willing to speak to you.
That's nice.
Anyhow, I was at my home playing cards with my friend, and I called Mr. Frank, and he says, okay, we can purchase the tickets together. Because we were debating back and forth about getting a cheap ticket, his cousin ended up buying her ticket on her own. So it was only him and I to get the tickets now. Eventually, we decided the cheapest flight we could get was like $307. I called him, I verified the ticket. He said, okay, purchase the ticket.
Why didn't he just purchase his own ticket?
He didn't have a credit card at the time, so he said...
Does he have cash?
Well, yes, he was supposed to give me the cash on the day of departure in the airport.
Why would we wait until that moment? Why don't you make him give you the cash and then you use your credit card to help him?
Because I live in Brooklyn and he was living in New Jersey.
Well, I guess you got to find somebody with a credit card closer to him. But why are you helping him out so much? He has a theory. What's your theory? Your theory is what, sir?
My theory is I never asked her to
So why do you suppose
ticket.
she would do such a thing? Buy a ticket for you?
Well, Judge, she's right here.
No,
I guess
why do you suppose?
Oh, she want to get in my pants.
She want... It sounds worse in your accent.
Well,
Had you ever gone out with her? Was she flirting with you? Like, what would make you say that?
Judge, in the late 90s, I used to visit from Canada. I was living in Canada, and I used to visit here. And we went out a couple of times. We've been together for a while.
Okay.
For a little while. But she always tells me that she lowered her standard to be with me. So I was like, so I find that was kind of like demurrative. So I'm like, you know what? You be you, I be me. So I ain't seen her after I turned my back from that situation for a long while. And then all of a sudden, she's calling me and maybe my standard raise. we talking for a while. She got married.
Are you married now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is your husband here?
No.
Oh.
And
well, it's going to be interesting for him, isn't it? Okay.
Please.
Go on.
So I went to attend the wedding. I helped out. I give her a present, So I was just like a friend. But then, sometime after that, she called me up and she said, "Oh, I have no money to pay my rent and so on." Seeing then at my standard raise, I said, "Could I lend me $100?" I give it to her.
When did you loan her $100?
It's about in 2010.
Did he loan you $100 in 2000?
No, Your Honor.
Did you ever ask him for $100?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and then, talk to me about the GPS.
Well, around that same time there, she was looking for work. She couldn't find her way around. I had a GPS. She asked me if I could borrow it. I said, yes, you could have it. You could borrow it. And then her condition went out in her house, so she was in the fragrant heat. And she asked me if I could help she out with her air condition. I said, yeah, but I will need it back. So I lent it to her. She gave me back the GPS, broke. She said somebody stole it from her car, and some kind of story. But I never paid that no mind. And I put it like...
What about the air conditioner?
Well, she still have it.
Okay, tell me about the GPS and the air conditioner.
Your Honor, he said somebody stole the GPS. If somebody stole it, how did I give it back to him?
I don't know. Maybe you found it. Maybe you got it back from the person who took it from you. I don't know.
She gave it back with it broke.
Tell me about the AC.
Your Honor, in 2010, the summer of 2010, he told me that he was moving out of a place and there was 2 used air condition because he doesn't pay rent. He lives wherever he can. He was living in this place in New Jersey. He was moving out. There was 2 air conditions. I said to him, well, I need an air condition because
Wait. He was going to steal the air conditioning from the landlord?
No, he is a contractor, so he lives in these people's place like a super or whatever.
Okay, so they're his air conditioners?
He said it's his air condition that he, if he lives with...
Doesn't he need it at the next place?
He had 2.
Okay, so he gave you an air conditioner.
He gave me an air conditioner.
All right, tell me about the airline ticket and the whole thing with Texas. Did you tell her to buy the airline ticket?
No, I never told her to buy me an airline ticket.
Why would she buy you one then? If you're not going to go, what's the point of her buying it?
Well, I never needed her to buy me an airline ticket because me and my cousin make arrangement to go to Texas. All of a sudden, my cousin called me 3-way and said, you know what? Isadora is going to purchase a ticket on her card.
And you said?
And then I said, okay.
Oh, okay.
Then,
well, that's it. Well, okay. There you go. There's the lawsuit. And so why didn't you pay her back the money?
She came back from Texas. 1 week after she came back from Texas, she called me. I said, yeah, you did bought the ticket. I didn't.
Wait, why didn't you go?
I didn't go because...
Why?
They was trying to... I must stay in a room with her.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Is it a bad idea to loan money to friends?
Yes. I think so.
Why? Really good friend.
Because there's a chance that they won't pay you back and then it's going to be awkward.
More than awkward, maybe?
Very awkward.
I mean, what's the problem? I mean, look, people have good friends. Sometimes they're hard up. Do you say, okay, I'll give you $500?
Oh, heck no. I've done it before, and they take advantage of you. They just feel...
Why is that, by the way?
I think that's, unfortunately, it's human nature sometimes, and people will trust that, that they don't have to pay you back. They'll take advantage of that.
That's a terrible theory and probably accurate. Going inside the courtroom.
I was supposed to stay in a room with her and all this kind of stuff. So I said,
objection, Your Honor. We all stayed at my friend's house, so I don't know what he was talking about.
There were no hotel rooms booked?
All we did was buy the tickets together and rent a car. Since he was the only man going, we needed someone to drive because we didn't know our way around Texas.
And the fact that he has different genitalia than you means he knows Texas?
No, he has the GPS.
Oh, that GPS? The one that you returned broken?
He has the GPS. So he was the one to do the driving.
This? What kind of phones do you guys have that you can't find your way around anywhere? Your phones? Okay.
He was the one. It's his cousin. And I and him and 3 other friends, we were meeting other people down there, but he is the one with the GPS. He is the one who has the van to pick up everybody in Brooklyn and take us to the airport. He says he's going to leave the van there, and we're going to go, and he's going to... I did rent the car.
Was that the plan, that you were going to pick up everybody in the van and leave the van at the airport?
Your Honor, I turned it down. I didn't go.
Yeah, I know. So why would you not pay? All she wants is what you wanted for the last year. Why would you not just pay that?
Your Honor, she came
back. What is the reason that you won't pay her?
She came back 1 week after she came back. I said, you know what? Due to your good generosity, you offered me this to buy this ticket, because if I did use it, it would have been very grateful. I would have been grateful. So I said, you know what? It don't make no sense you out of $300. Give me your information. Give me your information. Let me wire the money from Jersey to Brooklyn for you. Oh, I didn't call for that. I didn't call for that. I said, well, what else you call for? Just give me your information. Let me wire the money for you.
Objection, Your Honor.
You got to hold on. Let him finish.
She hung up on me. I went down to the money place the next morning, calling her, couldn't get her. Calling, I said, okay. 3 weeks after, she called me. She said, where's my money? I said, when I was offering you your money to send your money for you, you refused. You hung up on me. So it's not my problem anymore. But I said, hear what? When I got the money, I'll give you the money.
And then a year passed?
Yes, listen, Your Honor. So I said, when I got the money, I came up to Brooklyn. I'm going to go to church. The church is like 5 blocks from our house. So I said, come over by the church. I'm there whole day. So when you're ready, come over there and just collect your money. She ain't come.
Did he tell you to come and pick it up at the church?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why didn't you just go pick it up at the church?
Because at that time, I was around exam time, midterms time, and my computer broke down. It was a Saturday because church is on Saturday. We do work online, which has to be submitted by 11:59 at night. My computer just broke down. I said to him, I can't come right now because I have to take the computer to the computer repair.
Why don't you just send one of the 37 people in your posse that you have sitting behind you at the People's Court? One of them couldn't go 5 blocks to the church. Put your hand down. Pay the lady the $307. I can't believe I've had to sit here discussing the facts of this case when they're completely not in dispute. Your counterclaim against her for $800 for an AC that you gave her when?
2010.
2010, which didn't occur to you till now. Okay, I guess you thought maybe she should eat it because you gave her the AC and you loaned her the GPS, and according to you, you gave her a loan. Do you have any witnesses to any of that stuff? You know you got the GPS back. Do you have any proof that it's broken?
It's broken.
No, that's your proof? Yeah, watch me when I say, listen carefully, Judge. It's broken.
Right, that's
okay,
right.
There's the proof. All right, the loan. Do you have any proof that you made her a loan of $100?
It was between me and her.
How about the guy next to you? He doesn't have proof?
No.
He's just moral support?
Yes.
Okay. And the AC, any proof that it wasn't a gift?
No.
Okie dokie, but she does have proof that you owe her $307 because it's coming from your own lips. So pay her the $307 plus her court costs.
Idiot.
Well, so the plaintiff does collect some. Step on in here. You nothing on your countersuit. What's your reaction to this outcome here in this case?
Well, it's behind me now, so...
Why'd she sue you?
Well, I guess I was there in the church waiting to give her the money whole day. I guess if it was in the night, she would have come for it.
Oh, do you know what he means by that? No.
No comments.
All right. I think I know what you mean by that. No, don't go that way. Don't go that way yet. You want to just leave it at that and head out, or you got something else?
Well, I hope we could put this behind us and just let
Still be friends?
Oh, yeah, I have nothing against her.
Okay, all right. Right then. Step in. What are you thinking now that you collected back something?
I can't believe the audacity of this piece of crap saying that I wanted to be in the same room with him. It's beyond me. Please. I would never put myself with that I have to, he's a Christian. Goes to church every Saturday morning bright and early, and I have to bring you to court for $300? Definitely I'm lowering my standard, even talking to him.
All right, Ivy.
It's such a bad idea not to confirm a loan with an email. It's so easy to do. And you can do it in a roundabout way in an email, and it protects you. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the plaintiff, Annabelle Cologne. She says she hired a real estate broker to find her an apartment and gave him a finder's fee, along with a deposit when he did. After she paid for everything, she called the landlord, the defendant, and got no answer. So she showed up at the apartment and looked through the window. That's when she saw the defendant and a bunch of his thug friends partying it up in what was supposed to be her apartment. She told him she wanted her money back, and since he won't give it all back to her, she's suing for the $450 she still owed. This is the defendant, John Johnson. He says a real estate agent was showing his apartment to the plaintiff. He met the plaintiff and she was supposed to give him a deposit for the place, but never did. After a while, she did finally come up with the money, but by that time he lost faith in her ability to pay the rent on time, and he changed his mind. What this woman may have given or not given to his agent is none of his concern, and he knows he doesn't owe her a penny. He's accused of letting a lady down. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $450 for the balance due on the deposit.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff hired a realtor to find her an apartment, gave him a finder's fee, but then when the plaintiff moved in, or was ready to, found the landlord partying with a bunch of thugs inside. And the defendant says she's a flake and he lost faith in her. It's the case of you messed with my unit.
Okay, Annabelle Cologne, you are suing John Johnson for $450. The amount you say he still owes you for breaching a contract to rent a place from him. Tell me what happened.
Well, I had seen an ad on Craigslist, so I called it, and it was a real estate agent, fake real estate agent.
What's a fake real estate agent?
Because they were when we got there with my mom, they were best friends. All of a sudden, he doesn't know anything about the real estate agent. But anyway, I called an ad. They said that I could come see the place the next day. I couldn't go because I was working, so I sent my boyfriend to go. He went, he seen the place, he put a $200 deposit down.
What date is this?
I think that was on July 16, if I'm not mistaken.
July?
January.
Okay, January 16.
I got it. January 14, 2013.
Okay.
He put the $200 deposit down for me. The next day, I went with $1,500. I gave him $7, and I gave the real estate agent.
How much was rent going to be?
$900.
Okay.
So he kept the $200. The real estate agent kept the $200 plus the $7, which would make that $9. He kept the $800. The next day, I was supposed to come and give him the money. He would not return any of my calls. We're calling him. He would not return my calls. So my mother-in-law and father-in-law drove by his house, and they went in.
How long were you calling with no return phone calls?
About a week.
Okay, you were supposed to move in when? February 1st?
Yes.
Okay, so now that takes us to the 21st, and what happens?
He still would not respond, nothing. I had to get my stuff out of my apartment, so, I really wanted to get my keys, be able to move.
Well, you can't do that till the 1st.
Exactly, yeah. And I wasn't even allowed to bring any of my furniture. He said I had to keep...
Well, no, normally you can't until the 1st. That's how it works.
But in general, he said that the apartment was furnished. I had to keep his used furniture.
Oh, you mean...
Yes.
Okay.
So I was going to pay for his storage. So I wanted to know what's up. Can I give you the money? Get the keys? Right. No response. So they drove by his house, and they found him in the basement. Who? My mother-in-law, father-in-law.
Okay.
They drove by his house.
You have a mother-in-law and a father-in-law?
Well, I'm engaged, yeah.
Okay. Well, no, man. So until you walk down the aisle, they ain't your mother-in-law and your father. Trust me, there'll be time enough for them to be your mother-in-law and your father-in-law. Don't be in such a rush. Go ahead. Your boyfriend, your fiance's parents.
Yes, they drove by and they seen him in the basement with his friends drinking. Okay. And they would tell him come outside. He refused to come outside.
So this is 10 days before you're supposed to rent the place.
It was actually 3 days before I was supposed to move in. That's when they drove by his house.
Okay, so you for several weeks were trying to reach him and couldn't reach him?
No, nothing. He has 2 phones and he would not pick up any phones.
Were you leaving? Put your hand down.
The real estate.
Were you leaving messages?
Yes, and I even text him.
And what about that? Let me see the text. Do you have them?
No, I have a new phone.
Okay, and what about the real estate agent?
His name is Alan Owen, and he would not return any of my calls, any of my text messages either.
Okay. So now it's 3 days before you're supposed to move in. You don't know what's going on.
Yes, they drove by his house, and he's partying in the basement. That's supposed to be my apartment. And
well, it's not your apartment yet, but go ahead.
So he comes outside, and we're like, we just want the money back.
We who? Were you there or not?
I came like 10 minutes later. Well, they were there, and they said that they want our money back. And then I came in a cab, and he was just saying, well, I don't know anything. I said, well, can you give me the real estate agent's information?
What do you mean? Wait. You told him I don't want to move in here.
Yes, I want my money back.
What reason did you give him for not wanting to move in there?
Because he's in the basement with all his friends. Like,
I know, but you're not renting the place yet. It's effective February 1st that you're renting the place.
I know that.
You don't have entitlement to him not being in the basement doing whatever he wants until you're renting the place. And so you tell him, I don't want to move in here because you're using the place, which I thought was...
No, because he would not contact me. He wouldn't get back to me at all. He's very rude. When I have called him and was telling him, like, what's going on? You're not here. When I stopped by to show my father the place, he had like female stuff down there, drawers, it was disgusting. He was like, yeah, well, my daughter's down there until you move in. I'm like, okay, and then I have to see...
But why is that so outrageous?
Because on the mattress that's supposed to be mine, there's somebody else sleeping there.
Well, what did you think? That it was a brand new mattress? I mean, when you go to a hotel, what do you think the deal is? Like, in other words, did you think that was a brand new mattress for you? And
well, I'm a germaphobe. I wouldn't want to lay my head where anybody else.
I'm not even going to use this furniture, but that's what you chose. You chose the place. So what happened here?
The real estate agent brought her by to my house.
Do you know the real estate agent?
No.
Is that person an acquaintance of yours?
No.
Did you ever meet that person before that day?
No.
Okay, go on.
So anyways, she came with a bag of money. It was dollars, fives, and tens. She said it was $1,800. So her real estate agent sat at the table, did the paperwork. He got $900 from her. I got a receipt for $800, right? So I work for an agency called Bright Advertising. We do TV and radio commercials. So that week, we were shooting a music video. So I wasn't around for 4 days. But getting back to the $1,800.
But she's talking about 2 weeks that you wouldn't respond to phone calls.
Was that me?
According to her, neither of you would respond to phone calls.
Was that me or the real estate agent?
According to her, neither of you would respond to phone calls. Is that true or not true?
That's not true.
Do you have phone records to show how you were calling them?
No, because I got a new phone.
So they did the paperwork. The real estate agent got $900. She was supposed to give me $1,800. She said it was $1,800 in the bag. But it turned out, after they did the paperwork, it turned out to be $800. So she said, oh, I got to make a phone call. So she called somebody. Then she came to me and said, I'll be back tomorrow and I'll bring you the other $1,000. I said, okay, no problem.
Did you think there were $1,800 in the bag?
No, there was $15 in the bag.
Were you short?
Yes. No, the next day I was going to give him the rest. I'm not going to give him the full move-in, the
So there was $1,500 in the bag, and then the next day you gave him how much?
No, I was supposed to give him $1,000 when I move in to complete the whole entire thing.
How much was in the bag?
15.
How much did you give him?
I gave him $800.
$800.
That's what I said.
So there was money in the bag and she went like this?
No, after they did the deal, I decided
because that was also the realtor's money.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, got it. All right, so in any event, it doesn't even matter. She comes back the next day, she gives you the rest of the money, right?
No, I called her.
Does she still owe you money?
No.
Okay.
I owed her money. The $800 that she gave me, but listen, she
No, back up, hold on. I'm progressing here. Okay. All right, so by the time the whole bag scenarios are over, she was still owing you how much?
$1,000.
Oh, so she never came back and paid the $1,000?
She came on the 28th.
And brought you the $1,000?
No, she wanted to move out. She wanted her money back.
Okay, what caused her to not want to move in?
My daughter's staying in the basement, obviously. I don't know.
But according to you, she did say because somebody's sleeping in my bed.
My daughter.
Okay. Why did you use this phrase in your answer to the complaint? It is my decision to choose who I want to move into my apartment. I didn't want her as a tenant anymore. I realized she wasn't going to be a good candidate. She was unreliable, and she didn't have all the money. This showed me what kind of tenant she was going to be.
Right.
So did she dump you or did you dump her? I'm trying to figure it out.
But I don't really know who dumped who. She wanted her money back.
Okay.
Now, here's where the problem comes in. The real estate agent had $900. She gave me $800, so that was a total of $1,700. So her father or father-in-law came at my house. He says, yeah, I want my money. So at first, they was just outrageous. So I can understand, you know, they thinking they're getting shafted. We even called the real estate agent that night when they came, and he wouldn't answer, he wouldn't do nothing. He said as far as he's concerned, he closed the deal, he shut the deal, and that's what it was.
Can I see the paperwork, please, in this case? All of the paperwork in this case, I want to see it now. Was there a lease signed?
No.
Who's the one paying the real estate agent's fee? You. So where's your paperwork with the real estate agent?
All I have is 2 receipts.
Let me see them. Just regular old, like, you know, Home Depot receipts? Like nothing that has like a...
That's what he gave me.
That wasn't a clue to you? That he's not legit? Now, you end up returning the portion that you did get, which was the $800, and then you end up returning half of the realtor fee.
Right. Let me tell you why I did that. Because, see, I'm a good-hearted person. I understand what they was going through.
Either that or her in-laws were a little crazy.
Right. Yeah. But they was cursing, everything. I understand, though, because where's my $1,700, which I can understand? I said, I'll tell you what, I'll meet you halfway, and I'll give you an extra $450. That's what I did.
But,
Out the kindness of my heart.
Wait, hold on, stop. Meaning that you would each absorb half of the loss on the broker fee.
Correct.
As opposed to her eating the entire broker fee of the broker that she did business with.
Right.
Okay, and she said okay?
Yes, she did.
And then she sued you?
After I gave them the money and they gave me that receipt, on their way out the door, they said, oh, we're going to take you to court.
So, if a landlord feels like a tenant is a flake after the lease is signed but before the tenant moves in, can the landlord pull the plug?
No.
Why?
Signed.
It is signed, it's true. Yeah. But it's like getting run over by a railroad train that you see coming.
You should have done research or anything of that sort.
Fair enough. Sir?
Yeah, it's a contract, so it's a legal binding contract, I believe, so, yeah.
What do you think, ma'am?
I think you can't stop them from moving in. Maybe start the eviction process as soon as they move in.
Yeah, but they get to stay as long as the lease says, right? That's the problem, going inside the courtroom.
You have several problems, and I'm going to tell you what the problems are. Number one, I can't tell who breached this contract, but I'm kind of getting the impression that you're the one who breached it because somebody was sleeping in your bed, like Baby Bear. Whatever it is, we know that 3 days before you're supposed to move in, when you do have contact, you pull out and say, I don't want to move in. Okay, fine. So what we're talking about then is the broker fee. You end up getting from him half of the broker fee. And your entitlement to the broker fee comes from the broker. It doesn't come from him.
I understand that.
So then why aren't you suing the broker? You don't know his address?
No.
You did business with a guy who you can't find, and you couldn't do a little research and cross-reference the phone number, do something to try to
They wouldn't give any information. When we first got there, he was talking about this is my friend for years. Okay.
Okay, did you ever say that was my friend for years?
Yes, you did.
Me, I said that? Or
yeah, you did.
Why would I say that?
Talk to me, not her.
Why would I say that if I don't even know her?
Did you get him from Craigslist?
Yes, I did,
right,
but if he's sponsoring your ad.
And why would someone you don't know have your ad on Craigslist?
Because within a 2-mile radius, I put 10 flyers up in 10 different stores, grocery stores. When he got my phone number, he called me and said he had somebody that wants to rent the apartment, which was her.
I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know. Now, you have a counterclaim against her for $450 that you gave her that now you want back?
I gave it to her only because that was what me and her father-in-law settled for.
Right, and you feel that if they're going to be greedy and not abide by the settlement, then you want back what you paid in order to have a settlement.
I should have my money back.
Okay, well, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to enforce a settlement because I'm a little suspicious about that whole broker thing anyway. That, however, does not allow you to go like this. I don't know who my broker is. That doesn't let you do that. You need to know who your broker is. You need to have an address for somebody you're doing business with and handing $900, even if it's in small bills. Okay? And if you want that other $450, you need to, for 2 reasons, you need to go against the broker. Number one, it's the broker's money. So go sue the broker. That guy already gave you back everything you gave him. You can't sue the landlord for a broker fee. You already got $450 from him because he was scared to death of your future in-law. Okay?
No, that wasn't it.
So that's your second problem. It's called a settlement. You can't take a guy to an ATM and tell him you're going to settle for something and then turn around and say, ha, Psych! See you in court.
But that's not what happened.
Your problem is you're suing the wrong guy.
Okay, well, that's what the cops told me to do. Like, if they're telling me to do that, then...
Well, here's the deal. I'm telling you, because the cops aren't lawyers, and I am.
Okay.
And I'm your judge. I am telling you, in this case, you are out of gas, and I'm ruling in favor of the defendant. Having said that, on your counterclaim, you don't get to get the money back. What you get is the privilege of having me enforce your settlement, which is what I just did. Verdict for the defendant.
Yeah, so a settlement is a settlement, and you already settled. So once you have a settlement, you understand that that's
Yeah, I
it.
understand.
It's settled. You got that. All right, and he was having a thug party in there?
Yeah,
Right,
partying
right?
with his friends.
Partying
but-
with his friends, right? You're going to go find out who your broker is and sue that person?
Well, if I can find out who he is.
Yeah, you should maybe have known when you were doing this whole
Yeah, well,
transaction.
anyway, when I first met him, he said that he lives on his block, so I could find him.
So hang out on the block and
Yep.
you'll see him. All right, right down there. All right. All right, so come on in here. And so, good. How are you feeling about the outcome
Pretty
here?
good, pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, it's a matter of just simply, she said she was bringing $1,800. It was only $800. I called a couple days later. She's not.
Well, you don't
answering the
accept
phone.
small bills?
I do. Matter of fact, the woman that she had with her, she said, "Oh, you can go take these dollars to the strip club." I said, "Come on." So I knew something was a little funny with them. But anyway.
A little funny. Harvey?
She says the cop told her who to sue. Here's the thing. You should always check with a person who knows something about court cases. Sometimes cops do, but really, check with a lawyer. You may have a friend who's a lawyer. It's always a good idea to run it by a lawyer before going to court. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Kraft Mac and Cheese is better than 90s hip-hop. We'll remind you of your childhood without making you feel incredibly old. Kraft Mac and Cheese. Best thing ever.
This is the plaintiff, Myra Santiago. She says she was parked at a spot at her local bagel place, was sitting in her car and watched the defendant pull into the spot next to her. As he exited his vehicle, he banged his door into her car. The guy then just closed the door and kept walking. Well, she got out of her car and he told her the wind hit her car, not him. Huh? She's suing the irresponsible and very rude man for $930.26, the amount to fix her dented car. These are the defendants, Valerie and Vincent LaFerno. Vincent says the winds were excessive on the day in question. They were at least 40 to 50 miles an hour, in fact. As he exited his vehicle, the wind blew his door and caused it to hit the plaintiff's car. The crazy woman jumped out of her car, nearly scared him to death with her rants and raves, and showed him zero respect. Bottom line, he's been driving 47 years, has a perfect record, and this was simply an act of God. He's accused of opening up a lawsuit.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendants pulled into a bagel shop and basically damaged her car. But the defendants say the wind blew their door into hers. It's the case of you're a bad egg, bagel.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mayra Santiago, you are suing Valerie LaFerno and Vincent LaFerno for $930.26. The amount that it's going to cost to fix your car door, because according to you, they damaged it negligently. Okay, Valerie, you own the car?
Yes.
But Vincent, you were driving. Yes. All right, what happened?
Okay, on January 31st, I parked in a parking lot for a bagel shop.
Okay.
And my daughter went in to get us some bagels, and I'm sitting in the car. And alongside came a Jeep, green Jeep.
Oh, on your side or the passenger side?
Passenger side. I was sitting on the passenger side of my car. And he opened his door, and the door just banged into my door. So he just closed his door and proceeded to walk towards...
Did he look at you? Did he acknowledge you?
As soon as the door hit my car door, we immediately made eye contact. But he just kept walking. So I opened my door, and I called out to him, "Excuse me, sir." And he just kept walking. I said, "Excuse me, sir." And at that point, he stopped. He turned back. I said, "Your door just hit my door." So in a strange voice, he just looked at me. He goes, "I didn't hit your door. The wind hit your door." So he just went into the bagel shop. So he had someone sitting in his car in the passenger side.
That's you?
No, I wasn't.
That's another person.
Right.
Okay.
And she had her window open, like about 2 inches. And I went up to her and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, is he going to do anything about my door? I have green paint from your Jeep on my blue door. And she was just looking forward, not at any point acknowledging me. And then she turns in a slow motion, same thing. You heard him. He didn't hit your door. The wind hit your door. So then I went back to my car. I got a little posted sticker with a pen. I wrote down their license plate, got back in my car, and I called the police.
Okay. And you haven't seen them since?
No.
What happened?
Well,
You weren't in the car?
No.
No, I was driving with my other daughter, and I pulled in to the bagel shop, and as I opened the door, the wind took it. The winds that day, well, you don't know that, but they were like 30, 40 mile an hour wind gusts on the 31st, that Thursday. It was very windy. When I opened my door like I've been doing all my life, I've been driving 45 years, the wind pushed the door open, hit her car. It was an accident. I had no control over it. You know, when you open your door, you don't hold it right away. You don't realize it. And the wind...
Well, when there's a hurricane, I might hold it.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a hurricane, Your Honor. It was very windy that
40 to 50 mile winds?
Well, the gusts were. That's what they said. I don't know exactly what the wind gust was that day. But I opened it up. The wind took the door. I didn't throw it open myself.
Okay,
You know,
why wouldn't you stop and talk to her? Why
No, I
is
did.
She describes a situation where you made contact with her and keep walking, and she has to call out to you twice, and that the person you were with wouldn't even acknowledge her, and then like she describes it kind of.
No, I did acknowledge her, Your Honor.
And what'd you say? Tough for you?
She started. It was her daughter, not her, who was talking to me. She was in the driver. She was driving the car. Her daughter is the one who got out. Her daughter is the one who cursed at me, called me an. All right.
After or before you said the wind did it?
After.
Oh, yeah. I might have too, I got to tell you.
So, is the defendant responsible here?
I think the defendant is responsible because they need to take into account, you know, when the wind's blowing that hard, you can take control of your car.
You buy that?
Well, yeah, actually, I mean, he should have known that he pulled too close to the plaintiff's car.
Yeah, I mean, they're both in the car, and it's not so much too close, it's that you got to hold on, or maybe you're right, maybe you do move away and you just don't park that close. Going inside the courtroom.
I mean, when you say, you know, in your answer to the complaint, you make the statement, who holds the door? Well, maybe somebody should hold the door if they're 30 or 40 mile an hour winds.
No, I was opening the door, and the wind took it. And number one is, you don't call somebody who's old enough to be your father, and anybody, for that matter. Have a little respect.
You should never call anybody that. But what when somebody's acting like one? Then what do you do?
Excuse me?
And you're mad because if somebody just doesn't even turn around and acknowledge what they just... These are the tiny things that affect quality of life. Right. You know, this guy... Because if the response had been, oh, my gosh, the wind just took it. I was holding on to it. I'm so sorry. This would have been a $50, $100 issue, you know, taken care of on the spot. You know, it would have been like a nothing because people would have communicated with each other like human beings as opposed to the wind did it and then you're a blah, 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 you know. And then where's the person who was with you? They're not here?
My daughter, she has the flu. She wrote a statement here,
Okay,
and I got it
let's see her now.
notarized.
Do you have any
That's right.
evidence of what the wind was that day?
No.
Okay, and how bad was the wind that day?
It was a windy day, but Your Honor, I was waiting for the police for a half hour, so I observed another car pull right there where he had taken out of, and they held onto the door.
Yeah.
So now they pull out, and then about 5 minutes later, another car. And I'm looking at them, and the man's looking at me like, what are you looking at? But I was just observing.
He's like, why do you have a chip on your shoulder?
Right. All of a sudden, he's holding the door. So now they leave, the police come. So sure enough, he held on to his door, and I said, exactly what I've been observing for the previous two cars. Why couldn't he hold on to his door?
Yeah. What did you, if someone's door hit your door, would you expect for them to be able to say, hey, it's windy and walk off?
No,
if they damage your car, do you have pictures of the damage?
Yes, I do.
Did you see the damage?
No.
You didn't stop and look? When someone tells you...
I came out. She didn't roll her window back down. I stayed there and waited for her to say something if we could work something out. She never...
Really? Did that happen?
No.
Okay.
That's not true.
Her daughter did not come out of the car.
Oh, my gosh, it's not even small. What kind of car do you drive?
I have a 2008 Honda CR-V.
Was your daughter driving it?
Yes, she was.
How many estimates did you get?
I have 3 estimates.
Let me see the 3 of them.
Sure.
What kind of car was it again?
It's a 2008 Honda CR-V.
Okay. Well, the Honda dealership, which would be the most expensive, was significantly below the one you're suing for. Why are you suing for the highest estimate? Because you hate him? Because he acted like a jerk?
I'm going to say...
But wait, let me be helpful. Let me give you a couple of... Because his answer to you was it was a win. And walked in to get a bagel?
Right.
Right. Because his response after that, how old are you, sir?
64.
64. He's not 104, he's 64. His response after that is show some respect for the elderly, which I happen to resent being 52. Looking at a 52nd birthday. I would expect that I'm gonna get the respect that I deserve, right?
Right.
And when I'm treating another human being like that, I'm not even showing the slightest bit of concern for something, even if you think you're right. How do you do that? How do you turn around and say, and then the person next to you is like, two. Like, you know, how is it you don't stay for the police? If she thinks it's a big deal and you don't, you still stay for the police and you wait. Oh, why? They weren't making a big deal?
No, she never said that she was calling to.
Oh, you don't think? Because they're not making a big deal. It sounds to me like they're making a big deal. It sounds to me like maybe they're making a big deal. And when you say to them, it was a win. Oh, that'll happen. Oh, that'll happen. Like, what is that? That's like, that'll happen. Tough for you. Isn't that unfortunate? Win's your problem, not mine. Even though my hand's attached to the door. Please. I'd like to give you the big one just for, you know, just to give me satisfaction, but I'm not going to do that because I'm gonna do what I would do even if I didn't think that he had earned his moniker by your daughter. I am going to award the amount that the Honda dealership is asking for, which is $646.31. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Judge.
See what the defendant has to say here, so step on in here, sir, and tell me what's your feeling on this outcome here.
Blatant lie. I didn't even get a chance to tell him anything. It was all the judge was on her side from the beginning. So
do you, thinking back to the moment, do you have any regrets at all about the way you handled the situation there at the time? Could you have done a better job?
She didn't want to talk. She was just yelling.
Why didn't you go over to her?
Yelling.
Why didn't you go over to her?
I did go over to her. I didn't just walk right into the bagel place. That was what she said.
You still think it was the wind's fault, not yours?
No, it was my fault. It was a freak accident that happened. It was negligence on my part. I understand that. But the other thing is, the mother wasn't driving.
All right. Head right down there. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right, come on in here. At least he did just say it was his fault and it was negligence on his part. If he had said something like that at the scene, what would have happened?
Well, the right thing to do is just say, I'm sorry, we can make this work, and he didn't. He did the total opposite, walked away, and he totally lied in the courtroom. My daughter at no point in time interacted with him. When he took off, my daughter was in the car.
No one called him a name?
Not at all. My daughter never saw him until he came out of the bagel shop.
What is he, though?
I'm sorry? Oh, I cannot say on TV, but I'd love to say.
It's really this simple. It is not an act of God if you can prevent it.